Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. Today is the 16th of November, 2020. Let's go ahead and get started. So, this week, if you would please check into your earnings for the week and check out that calendar. We can see that in the room. We'll be trading, and most trade plans are from 11:16 into 11:20. Getting ready for that Thanksgiving week next week. And hopefully, everybody's looking forward to a great week with family. Let's go ahead and get started. So, we're going to start with our ES futures. Give me 1 second here. All right, and if you've been following me, then you know we have our blueprint that's set out. We just want to see how the blueprint is working and so forth. And I believe we pushed up right into our red box there, which is kind of, after last night's gap up is what I was looking for, and you can see we got there. Unfortunately, what that leaves, if you came into the weekend without having some sort of net longs on, especially in low sigma, lower beta, stock names, which I have quite a few, which should open up very nicely here. And we'll show you here soon kind of the things we've been looking at. But if you're not holding anything and you're wanting to chase on to open, it's very easy to understand when you're following me that in the red boxes, we want to stay cautious. All right. And in the green box, and I know you can't see that right behind here, this is actually green, is where, I'd be looking to start some more longs and so forth. Now, today, far as like bounce plays, um, listen up. These are the levels that I'm looking at around 35.83 and a quarter, and then down here at 3557, and then again down here at 3539. All could present a nice bounce play to the upside. Okay. Now, the red box for our traditional supply and demand traders, they typically, they want to short stuff just because it comes into certain levels and so forth. And what I found out, it's much easier to be patient and just, for analogy purposes, this is a bear house. And when you're in that house, and if you're a bull, mind your manners or they'll kick you out. Okay. So mind your manners about 36.15 and a half. That's kind of your line in the sand into this house. All right. So again, remember that number. As long as we can hold that, we can make our ways up into this box and potentially into the trendy edge, which puts us right here. So short-term targets 36.15 holds. Then I'm looking for 36.49. Okay, a hold above there, ATH all-time highs, and then I will come back and kind of speak around that. We do have some extension targets, and you can see those at 37.12 and then 37.47 above. Again, if we pull back, notice on the 4-hour, folks, I'm looking at a 4-hour. The 9 EMA is confluent with that first potential bounce target that I gave you. And also right down here, we have some confluence in the inside and up at around 35.57. That's ES futures. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started and take a look at, give me 1 second here. All right, let's go ahead and look over here. The first thing I want to look at, I want to show you guys CAT really quick. All right, CAT's moving very nicely here pre-market. This one, we're in. And what I like to see today, just give you guys some numbers, I would expect resistance around 177.45. This is probably the first place that I want to trim. Okay, so at or above, I'm going to put that right in there. If we take over, I'm looking for 180.8 and then possibly 183. There has been some nice consolidation here on the 4-hour around the trendy edges. You can see that. And today we have a consolidation inside and up, possibly into 177.45. DFEN, we have about 160 days on this. We entered this just a couple days ago, and we had shares for quite some time, and we also sold those for profits. Here's our DFEN. This is what we're looking at this morning. Now, it's nicer to look at this at a higher time frame, and you can see there's been consolidation for quite some time. And if you want, please look at DFEN. It's an ETF, and you can see what falls under it and so forth, okay? And you can understand why I'm so bullish on this. So to the upside right now, I believe we're hitting our first target this morning, right in here. So congratulations on that. And if we can hold above this 1475 or so on open, we're at 1577 right now, just so you understand. And then I am looking for the next target at or around 1733, and then 1973, 22, and in time I'm looking for 31. All right, so long-term position, again, I'm looking for 31 up here. All right, let's go ahead and go over to Apple. The reason why I want to bring Apple up is because a lot of people trade it. All right. All right, so let's take a look at Apple. What's going on with Apple? Well, for me, the weekly closed above the previous week. I'm going to take you into day candle. All right, let's go ahead and look at this daily candle. I'm going to zoom in so things look a little bit cleaner for you, just like that. All right, this is a whole entire neutral area. Notice that on Friday, or sorry, on Thursday and Friday, we have inside days. We could be looking at a really nice size move here. For me, as long as price is holding, I've been saying this for several days now, 1822 on day closes. As long as we're staying above there, I like this move into 120.05 and then 121.66. My ultimate target here is 123 and a quarter. Again, as long as 118.22 can hold on the daily. All right, this is more of a swing trade. It's just consolidating right now. Let it be. Let it do its thing. Today, if we're going to see some momentum, I believe it comes over that 119.67, 119.70 area. But again, 118.22 needs to hold. If you're on a shorter time frame and you're looking at scalping and just kind of intraday trading, then I like this further down here, into these levels for a bounce play, either the daily 9 EMA or around that 118.22. If it takes out over the 119.67.70 area, then I'm looking for a quick move in a 120.05 and then again up here towards 121.66. Okay, let me go ahead and show you and draw this out. Again, 9 EMA. If we pull back into these levels, let me make this red for you. If we pull back into these levels here, then I have potential bounce, okay, either here or into here. Don't try to be too specific or you're just going to get mad at yourself. So in this region here, I'm looking for a bounce play. If for some reason it doesn't pull back and it takes over this level, then I like it to the upside, okay? So that's what I like on AAPL. Let's go here and go into the next one here. This is important. I want to show you guys SPY, DIA, IWM, all of that. So here at Trendy Trading, what I have come up with is called a neutral strategy. And at first sight, it looks very simple for some people. It's not very simple. It's actually made up of ranges, Fibonacci, supply and demand, ATR, and so forth. And I do this every single weekend, and I push this out to our members, and the results are short of amazing. All right, so here we go on SPY. This is a neutral strategy. Basically, the way this works is we're long above 359 and we're looking for 361.03. All right, so whether you're trading pre-market, you're trading at night, because these are 24 hours, right? Especially starting on Monday through Thursday. All right, so again, above 359.09, I'm looking for 361.03. Let's take that into a 4 hour so you can take a look at it. And here we are. You can see we break the 359. Okay, nice little push into 361.03. Next target I'm looking for is 364.04. Keep this simple on yourself. I'm looking at on a SPY today. I'm actually looking at a 2 hour. All right, a 2 hour. We have, not only do we have confluence here with a little bit of buying pressure, we also have the 9 EMA, and on open, I'd like to see this thing spike up here. Possible pullback. If we do pull back, look for bids to come in here, meaning buyers. And if we start to move up, taking out these base highs, then I like this trade into the 364 level. If for some reason it's a gap and go, that's fine too. We have strategies for that. We'll be looking at the PMZ on open. Basically, what you want to see is on a 5-10 minute range is that price just immediately takes over the pre-market high, then you should see that push in at 364. Same thing starts again. Once we get to 364, I'd be trimming. And if we can hold above here, then again, for the rest of the week, be looking for that 367. If we dip back in the neutral, in the mellow, let it yellow. If it gives you an opportunity later on, say that you make money to the upside, and for some reason, let's just say we gap down, okay, on Tuesday or Wednesday. We come down into the yellow, let it mellow. If we break down, retest, stops go in, look to short, down into the lower targets. Okay, very straightforward. Over here, let's go ahead and take at the Qs. All right, so this is the Qs. Again, I can't make this stuff up. You can see we are going into, I'm going to give you guys a weekly look really quick. This is my blueprint for this week. Very straightforward. Let's go into the 4 hour. Now, I want to be using a 4 hour on the Qs. It's being a little dramatic, right? And so I need a little bit higher time frame here. Pay attention to your 9 EMA on the 4. Notice that my top neutral line is confluent with the trendy edge. Very important to understand. When price is underneath any line on my chart, it is resistance until proven otherwise. You can see that price is pushed up into this level at 294.05, pretty much to the tick, has then rejected. We're in the yellow, let it mellow. Some areas that you might see some buyers come in is actually right here on open, right in this section where it's popping here. If it can get over 294.05, bulls are in charge, and I believe we push up towards 298 and then possibly into 300 for the day. If we continue down, look for buyers to come in at or around 286.82. Write these levels down. You won't find better levels out there. Let's go into DIA. Okay, same strategy. Above the neutral, look to go long. Now, I will tell you that these levels to 306 is kind of wide. It's kind of wide, okay? So the first thing we needed to do is get over here to all-time high. We're going to come over here. I'm going to show you right here. Just identify that level. I like to do the blue dotted line. That's just me, okay? And that just signifies that, hey, this is the ATH. You can see right there, ATH stands for all-time high. Nice little U shape into the open. So basically what they're doing is they're opening you into resistance on DIA or the Dow Jones. Okay, so if you're interested today, things that fall under the Dow Jones, what if we take out the ATH and start to move up towards that 306? If I were you, I'd be looking at maybe your top 3 holdings in the Dow to see what sort of move they get today. All right. So again, can we break over 300.86? That's a rough estimate. I'm not looking really close here, but if we can hold in there, looking for 306. If 306 is too far away for you, and I personally think it is, just draw a fib in between those two levels and the ATH. We're going to go with the 23 right here, and then right here at the 50. These are going to be your two targets into 306, so 302.11 and 303.48. Again, 299.09 needs to hold. We're a little extended from the 4H on the DIA. We might want to come down to a 2H. I like that. I like the 2H, the 2 hour. It's right there on some inside and up and so forth. All right. Next thing we're going to look at is the IWM. Listen, guys, DIA, man, looks amazing. IWM has moved up into also the top neutral. It needs to hold. If it can hold above 178.14, look for that move into 180.3 and 182.72. Each line to the upside, look for resistance or trimming, especially for intraday traders. For swing trading, I like staying long as the box is not compromised. So I know that's for traders that are on the go and so forth. What I'm looking for is, hey, is price can stay over this. This is my stop. Swing trading, then I'm continuing to trade to the upside into these targets. Day traders, a little bit different. Find your time frame, look for your levels to hold. As long as we are uptrending, once we take over these lines, those are your support, then looking for the targets to the upside. Okay, but it is in the yellow. Let it mellow, and let's go ahead and move on. Gold, just really fast. It's come down into the trendy edge. You can see it's starting to bid. It is in the yellow. Let it mellow. It's just neutral. It is a sideways trend from a down range. Sideways trend, down range. Let's go ahead and look at TLT. Your bonds, same thing, has broken down into the trendy edge. It's just sideways in a down range. Leave it alone. Mellow in the yellow. Possibly, I would set alerts above 159.38 and 156.11. Breaks down again, looking for the short. Breaks above, looking for a long. All right, let's go ahead and move on to some other names. I'm giving you guys all kinds of different names here and see what we can get ourselves into. I like this AAL, American Airlines. Then I want to take you guys into some actual looking at banks, right? Banks look pretty hot, and you might think they might be extended right now, or maybe you're not interested, but I believe we could see some really nice moves there. Also, if you're watching from Periscope, YouTube, or Facebook, or something like that, and there's something you'd like to see, go ahead and write it in there in the chat, and I'll be able to see that, and I can give you guys a little bit of insight on what I believe. Okay. So AAL, I like this as far as nice rounding bottom here. Understand that it is underneath the trendy edge. 1334 is resistance for now. Currently, price is at $13. So risk to reward right now, if you're not in this trade, is very slim because price could move into this level just like the ES I show you into the red box, but then could be resistance, and then you're excited, you bought some stuff on open, and it just kind of goes sideways and consolidates around this edge. Okay, but above 1334, I'm looking for 1460, and then back into 1509. Above that, 1662. I really like this long term. Notice that price loves the bottom trendy edge. Long as this level holds down here at 10, we may never, I wouldn't say never, I don't like using that word, but I just said it, right? As long as we're holding this level, this thing looks to be making its way back up. Okay, that's American Airlines. Let's go ahead and go over here to Goldman Sachs. Give me one second. Couple requests here. All right, so here we are on Goldman Sachs. Let me show you the bigger picture. Now we're up here at the top of my level at around 224.47. Okay, now I'm going to take you to the bigger picture. This is what we're looking for. I really like this chart. Look at this. Banks look possibly angry, like they want to get busy. All right, so I'm definitely watching this. It's consolidated in here since about June timeframe. Sideways for quite some time. It is into resistance though, okay? It is opening up into resistance, and because this is a higher time frame for the trendy edge, it's very important that the day can hold over this. Not like the first 5 minutes or the 15 minutes, nothing like that. I want to see that Monday closes over this level. If Monday can close over this level, or even today for intraday traders, if we can close over this, say on a 1530, I'm looking for that gap fill up here. Okay, at around 229.73. I might be off just a little, but you can see that little gap fill there. Then we settle in, probably pull back, retest some levels, come back up here, consolidate for a while, and then banks really start looking nice into a little bit of supply here. Okay. So get ready. Don't give up on them. You might have missed it, but really it's just been some sideways action here. Okay. All right. Got a request here to look at TNA. At first, that sounds like a joke, right? Like TNA. Are you guys messing with me? All right, so look, we're holding the bottom. I love when we reclaim the bigger time frame edges. These are what I like for long-term swing positions. In my account right now, I have several positions in options that I actually do not expire for at least 100, 200 plus days on things that look like this. All right, so as long as we can hold these lower levels down here around 43 and a half, I'm looking for a really sweet move. I would say halfway between here at around 56 and then looking for 70 again, as long as that 43 is holding. All right. All right. Triple M, PANW, these names, be watching out today as well. All right. So here you can see to the upside, 173.84 holds is at 172.71. Actually, it's by 173.80. 173.84 holds. Look for 180.03 and then possibly 187.94. All right, here's PANW. Nice consolidation up here around the edges. Needs 260.2. If we can get into 260.2, which it is at 268 right now, we're looking for 273.97 and then 288.3. Definitely pay attention to these names today. All right. So I think I've done enough review there. These should be some great levels to get you guys started. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please reach out. Also, check out the website at trendytrading.co. I'm usually available on Twitter if you want to send me a message if you're curious about anything. But it's my pleasure. You guys have a great week. Good luck today.